So let me see if this thing is live or not. Then we can continue.
Yeah. So I was just gonna ask you too if you're going live.
Hopefully it goes. Does it sound okay? Perfect. Everything's working. So welcome back, everyone. This is the First Inning Radio Show, and we're back live. I got Michael
Mhm.
Caputo with me today, and
Yep.
we are perfect. Finally, we got
Yep.
perfect status. Well, not perfect. No hitter status. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No
We're,
hitter.
we're
Yeah.
used to getting perfect games over here. I forgot there's no hitters happening too.
Yep.
But yeah, he pitched a hell of a game, Kubla, man. I couldn't believe that he actually did it.
Yeah. That was terrific. I mean, I had a feeling he was gonna get it in the seventh inning. I felt that I was too early in the beginning. Once the seventh inning came, I knew he was gonna pitch a no hitter. I had a great feeling about that. So
Oh man, what's that kid's name that came up to the Yankees and he got hurt that game of the no hitter? He pulled a hamstring. I forget his name.
that yeah, Ryan Lamar. Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Lamont, right? Yo, I
Yeah.
feel bad for him because
Yep.
yo, when he pulled his hamstring, he knew his
Mhm.
career with the Yankees was over, right?
Yeah.
And then
He's done.
you leave the game, and the dude pitches a no hitter. Ain't that
Unbelievable.
something? And not only that, Corey Kluber is the pitcher that pitched the no hitter. On
Hmm.
that same day, the Texas Rangers were giving out bobbleheads,
Yeah. I was
right?
gonna say that.
And
I was
one of
gonna
the
tell you that.
bobbleheads was Corey Kubler,
I can't believe it.
and he only pitched one inning for the Texas Rangers and
Yeah,
got hurt.
they really thought that they really loved him that much. I mean, the guy only pitched you one inning of his whole career with the Texas Rangers. I guess they really thought he was great. I mean, they liked him. Bobblehead. Yeah, I forgot to mention that it was bobblehead day for Corey Kluber that day. So you couldn't have scripted a better story, man. It was like a script for
Right?
Hollywood or something. That was
I
uh,
mean, if you think about all the perfect games, no hitters, there's always something stupid that happens in the story of it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like for instance, like David Wells, when David Wells pitched his perfect game, he was nursing a hangover at the time and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's like
David Cohn, and when David Cohn pitched the perfect game, it was Yogi Berra dead. So there's always
yeah,
something like there's always like mystique and like magic before a perfect game. You like it was meant to be. I don't know when Dwight Gooden pitched a no hitter if there was any like magic, but I know he pitched one too, and the
oh
Yankees did.
yeah, yeah. His father was in the hospital.
Oh, so another like storybook ending to his yeah, there's always
Yeah,
something big.
there's always something crazy, man, that goes with it, man. And any other
Yeah.
player that pitched a no hitter this season, because there's six of them, and I'm sure they all got some crazy story. We just haven't heard it yet. You know what
Yep.
I mean?
Oh
But
yeah, and by the way, I forgot to mention when Cohn pitched that perfect game. Also, not only was it Yogi Berra Day, but Don Lawson was in attendance. He was watching the whole game. So they always
both of
have
them.
great luck on their side, the Yankees, when they have that.
Matter of fact, exactly right. That day, the first pitch of that game was thrown by Don Larson to Yogi Berra.
Okay, yeah, there you have it. There it is. And he
Yeah,
was watching the whole game, and Yogi Berra had just made up with George Steinbrenner after not talking to him for so many
yeah.
years because yeah,
And
that was
then
something.
and then Yogi caught the ball with Joe Girardi's glove, and he gave
Yep,
it back to Girardi,
yep.
and that was the glove. Oh man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's like spiritual stuff. It's that's something.
It's
I mean,
like
that's like talk about mystique. I mean, we haven't had that in a long time, the Yankees. So maybe, hopefully, this is meant to be. Maybe this is a sign that we're going to win the World Series. I hope they win this year. I hope because that when you got to look back at that no hitter. If they don't win the World Series, not that I'm not going to forget about it, but I think it's going to be more memorable if the Yankees win the World Series this year because that felt like a World Series right there. You see the way they were celebrating? That reminded me of like a World Series celebration.
yeah, they sure did. They gave him the
Yeah,
bath with the beer in the locker
yeah,
room and
the
all
dog
that.
pile. It reminded me of the World Series celebration. I felt like I was watching a World Series. I was like, damn, imagine what the World Series is going to be like if they win. I hope they win it this year.
Oh man, I'm gonna be on top of a cop car, yo, like little baby. Uh,
Yeah,
it's how that song go? It's not a Lamborghini. Wait, it's a Lamborghini, not a cop car. something
or
like that.
something. Yeah, I forget the song.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna be on top of a cop car when the Yankees win. Yo, I'm telling you,
But I
man.
wasn't even into the. To be honest with you, I wasn't when he was pitching that no hitter. I wasn't even concentrating on it. I wanted the Yankees to win the game. That was what
Oh,
I wanted. I just wanted the Yankees win. I wasn't even like I didn't even know that he was pitching no hitter at first. I was like, I just want this team to win, and we need the series win. That's what's most important, wins. But you look at that stuff too. It's great. But I wanted him to win the game. But then I noticed it in the fifth inning that he was pitching no hitter, and people were saying that he's got a no going. And then once the seventh inning came, and he had he got out of it, I was like, that's it. He could do it now. I mean, he could pitch a no hitter.
and you know what? Every out was easy, man. They didn't have a
Yeah.
hard out, like like some crazy play, like
There was a couple of crazy plays, like the Tyler Wade catches. Those looked like they were scary when he caught those balls. And what about the play at LeMahieu? LeMahieu made a great play. I thought that was going to get loose because there's always those crazy plays and no hitters in perfect games those diving plays, or you always get those sick plays. Remember that?
yeah, but them guys they do that textbook style,
Yeah.
when
Yeah, they do. Gio Urshela made a great play too. There was maybe like two plays that you were like, "Oh my God, that's going to be broken up. That's it." But they got it. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that happened. I just can't believe it.
No, yeah, man, and yeah, the balls to Tyler Wade out there were kind of scary, but it looked like he had it though.
Yeah, because
Yes,
one of those balls had a lot of hang time. Because you have to understand that stadium in Texas, that's a big stadium. So there's so much ground to cover out there. It's such a huge stadium. It's big.
yeah, man, that's the newest stadium too of
Yeah,
the
Globe
major
Life
leagues.
Field. It's big. It's like a
It's
football field.
Yeah, it's nice, man. Now they can
Yeah,
actually have air conditioning in there
yeah. I wish we had
and
a big stadium like that.
and
That's why I miss
enjoy
the old
baseball
Yankee Stadium.
games. Yeah. You know what? They should have made City Field, in my opinion, a dome. You
Yeah,
know, that way they can have concerts there, use that place for way better things. But they wanted to recreate Ebbets Field, so that's what
yeah.
they did. But on other news, like I told you, Aaron Hicks is gonna have surgery and is gonna be out for the season.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that one.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, but I told you, man. That's the same injury Mark Teixeira had, and
Oh, Hicks is done.
all these other
Hicks is
baseball
finished.
players,
He's not coming back.
and those
Yeah.
guys they only lasted a year after. When they come back to play, they
Uh-huh.
only lasted a season.
Yep.
Teixeira and Mark
Yeah.
DeRosa,
Yep.
and I forgot the other names, but there's a bunch of players that got that wrist surgery and never were the same.
Yeah. Well, I don't care about Aaron Hicks anyways. I think that's that's not a big loss to me.
You
They just
know?
can go out and get a trade for another outfield, and I think they're looking at two now. They're looking at Peralta and Ken Marte. So they could trade for one of those two guys. They're going to trade for one of those two. So
Yeah, Marte sounds good, man. We could use that kid. He's a switch hitter.
yep.
And that'll make give a lot of dynamic, man, to
The lineup.
yeah, man. So, hopefully
And
that'll
plus,
work.
he's a left-handed hitter, and we need a lefty hitter, and he's a switch hitter. So if they get him, then wow, they'll be in great shape. And that lengthens the lineup. It gives them more balance. So because right now I don't think they're really desperate for a starting pitcher because what Kluber just did. If you get Kluber and Cole and Kluber in the playoffs like that, it looks like the Yankees have a great rotation now. I mean, we haven't had an elite rotation like this in 10 years.
Yeah, man, the only
So
weakest link there is Talion.
yeah, he's the only one. And actually Montgomery. And look, Domingo Hamada's pitching great.
I told
He's
you, man. I told you he was gonna be good, man.
Yeah, you got three guys now. I still would want to get Scherzer, but just to make things, just to just in case, because if this rotation kind of struggles a little bit, I would, because imagine Cole, Scherzer, Kluber, and Domingo Hamad. That would be forget it.
Yeah,
But
that'll be lights out. But also,
mhm,
people have to understand too that the reason why we need a pitcher is it's not fair to say that Kubla, Cole, Herman is gonna pitch like this the whole season. You know what
yeah,
I mean? So it's like we need some help at the
yeah,
end of the season. You
I
know
know.
what I
But
mean?
just
We
seeing
need one
that no
guy.
hitter what Kluber did, if that's any indication what we're going to get the whole season, and this rotation is going to be great, and in the playoffs, then Yankees finally they have that rotation that we've been wanting. Is that they never do that. Their starting pitching is always usually horrible every year. So
The
They finally have
Yankees,
a great rotation since '09.
yeah, man,
But yeah, you still could get another. They could use another starter. You can never have enough pitching. But what they're
it's true.
focusing on now is lefty hitting. They want an outfielder now. So
And here's the thing too, right? If we get another extra pitcher, right, and let's say all five of these guys, and then we got to move one to the bullpen. Let's say,
and
right?
Severino's coming back. Where are you going to put him? If you trade for Scherzer, where are you putting Severino? Because you're going to have Cole, Scherzer, Kluber, Domingo, and where's Severino going? So that's going to be.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to fight for a spot there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though. Here's the thing with Severino. Here's my scenario, right?
Yeah.
We throw him in there. Let's see how well he does.
Yeah.
For a roster spot. Okay.
Yeah. And I you know what I would do with Tyon? I would put him in the bullpen and Jordan Montgomery in the bullpen. That's what I would do with those two guys.
Yeah.
Put those guys in the bullpen.
Reason being is this.
Yeah.
Reason being is this. When we go to the playoffs, right? We got 2 starters for every game.
Yep.
That way, no starter is gonna be unrested or pitch on 3 days.
Yeah.
Only Cole.
Exactly. And
Only
you
Cole.
have a between-man rotation. You don't even have to go with 4 guys because with that rotation, you only need 3 guys. Cole, Scherzer, Kluber, you don't even need 4. I think 4 is for the ALCS and the World Series. The first round is 3 starters.
No, what I'm saying is you have these starters as backup for these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they'll come out the bullpen, but they're starters, so they're gonna give you at least 3-4 innings solid. You know what I mean? So if they have, what I'm saying is, if they have Cole as number 1 and we need another great pitcher after him, they could put Domingo Germán in. You know what I'm saying?
But if you trade for Scherzer, you don't have to. He's your number 2. If you trade for Max Scherzer.
No, I'm saying the same game. He's gonna replace him. That's your replacement. Instead of using these beat up guys like Sessa and all these other guys.
Yeah.
You have a starting pitcher to take over a starting pitcher. So
I know what you're saying.
So if you have Cole there, you could put Domingo Germán, and then Kubla would pitch game 2, right? And then you could bring in Severino. You know what I'm saying?
But what if they get Scherzer? You forgot about Scherzer.
And then Scherzer, he'll pitch game 3.
Oh, yeah, but Scherzer's not going to be the number 3 starter. He's a number 1. He's going to be like 1A.
He ain't going to be number 1. Cole is number 1. That's our guy.
Yeah, he's number 1, but number 2 would be Scherzer. Like, he'll pitch game 2. It's definitely going to be him.
Well, he'll definitely, pitch game. It's just, I'm just saying, scenario.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay.
That way.
And then as far as other trades, I think their bullpen is set. That's great. Their rotation right now is great, even though if they could use another starter. Their lineup, they need another outfielder. They need a lefty hitter. So they have to see who's out there, who's available. They're looking at Peralta and they're looking at Marte. So hopefully they can get a lefty hitter. I mean, that would be great if they could upgrade their outfield. As far as their infield goes, they're fine. They're not going to get a shortstop. All those rumors that you heard about they need a shortstop, Trevor Story, that's out the window. I think Torres is doing better now. He's doing a lot better than he was doing like last month. So
yeah, like I told you before, he's only going to get better.
Their
because
infield is better now. I think it's. I'm not seeing any really problems like in the beginning. And their bench, they could use some bench help. I mean, their bench is a little weak.
Yes,
actually, it's very weak.
Well, that's why they need that guy Malta. For center field. That way you could push Gardner back. And now you got. Well, let's see what happens with Frazier.
Well, Monte's not a bench player. He's an everyday player. This guy plays every single day. He's not a bench guy. This guy's an all-star. He's not a guy that's going to sit on the bench. He plays every day.
Yeah, that's true. But he gets to give guys a break, too.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
There's still, with this team, I'm happy where we are right now. I think we're playing a lot better. We did what we had to do. And I didn't even think they were going to beat Texas because that first game they lost with Garrett Cole, who the heck thought that was going to happen, losing the first game with Cole? And they took 3 out of 4. You lose with your best pitcher, right? Your number 1 pitcher. And you still take the series. That's how good their rotation is.
Yeah,
it's really good.
This means a lot. Remember how we were talking about before is that this is the test to see if they're a playoff team.
Well, I think they are. They passed it.
And they're clearly telling us that they're a playoff team.
And now we got to see if they're the division champions or wild card. That's the next.
Oh yeah, are we 1-and out? Are we 1-and out? Right? Because how these
they
guys
have to. Now we have the White Sox coming up. Big series coming up. This is huge. I mean, we got to. This to me is their toughest stretch because they play the White Sox, the Blue Jays. Then I think they play Then they go back on the road. They play the Tigers. Then they play the Red Sox, and then Tampa. So that's, to me, this is their toughest stretch. The end of May and the beginning of June. This is going to be like their toughest competition right now. The rest of their schedule is not that hard, but this is a very big mountain right here. If they could get out of this, the Yankees are. I think the Yankees won the division this year.
Yeah, because the White Sox. The White Sox are playing very well right now too, and then I think the White Sox are an elite team, man.
This is not the Orioles. This is not the Tigers. This is not the Astros. This is a real team now. You got to beat, better teams now. The Yankees have to prove themselves, and they got to beat the Blue Jays. Those are the teams. And the Red Sox, they haven't even played yet. We don't know. The Red Sox look like they're just running away with it this year. Well, they're not running away with it, but they're leading baseball and everything. Runs, hits. Look at we're the worst in on-base percentage, average, hits, runs, like everything. We have to change that. See, the Yankees are still lacking. They're bad at base running. They're the worst in baseball, and they hit too many double plays. Oh my God, they're like a double play machine.
Yeah, they're a double play machine, and they can't run for their life.
Yeah, and they're making all these base running mistakes. They keep getting caught on the bases. They keep running each other out of the innings.
Shirley got caught yesterday. Yeah. Trying to get back to second, and they nabbed them at second.
If they could just get this offense right. I mean, you want to tell me right now, the Yankees if this offense was great right now, they'd be in first place. Wouldn't even be close.
No, they will. They should be in first place.
If their hitting wasn't that bad, if they were hitting and this pitching's great, they would be in first place. I think by 10 games right now.
There's always one thing or another with this team, man. Like in 19, we had no pitching, but we had the hitting. And then we had in 20, we had everything but no bullpen. Something like that. And then now we got the pitching, we got the bullpen, but no hitting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think 18 was the same thing. We had the hitting but no pitching. And then 17 we had a good starting pitching staff. And the hitting was good. I don't know what happened that year. Houston cheated. That's why the Astros cheated.
Yeah, they surely did, man. They cheated us, man, because we had them won. Yeah. We had that year the record of the most wins at home or something like that. Home games or something like that.
Yeah, they were crazy. They were excellent at home. They were undefeated, I think. They were the best. They had the best home record in any team in baseball. Yeah. They were just magnificent that year. So
I wonder, and I found out the remedy of how to make that sticky stuff.
Really?
Right? Yeah, so what they do is it's a mixture of Coca-Cola, pine tar, and rosin.
Oh.
And you have to boil that together.
Oh shit. So that's probably why it's coming off their hands easy and they're pitching lights out.
So I guess you have to make it in a way where they don't see it. It's invisible. You know what I mean? So it's weird.
But whatever it may be, it doesn't bother me because you want to know something, man? They're all doing it. All these top pitchers in baseball, they're all doing it. I'm not trying to expose anybody, and they're not saying it's illegal. And you know what? Whatever works for them works for them. And I could really care less. Hey, look, Garrett Cole is still a great pitcher without the stuff. He's an excellent pitcher. He's remarkable. So he could do whatever he wants. I really could care less. They're all doing that anyways. But getting back to the Yankees, this is going to be a big series for us. The White Sox are a really good team. I think they're a great team. And the Yankees have to take 2 out of 3. I mean, they have to win the series.
Yeah, man. Personally, about the sticky stuff, I think they should use it.
Yeah.
Just not crazy about it. You know what I mean? You don't want to see a guy with a glob of paste on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
At least let it be respectable. And do it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think the infielders and outfielders should have that too.
Yeah.
And then that way they can throw the ball.
I was going to tell you that if we could just get this offense going, and everything would be just great right now. I mean, Stanton is supposed to get activated off the IL this Tuesday, so that's good. He'll be back. We'll have our full lineup back. The only guy that's missing is Aaron Hicks, but we don't care about Aaron Hicks. And Clint Frazier is supposed to go for testing for a sore neck. Hopefully he comes back. But be honest with me, man, I think Clint Frazier's bad, man. I think he got his shot. He got to play every single day. And he's not doing good, man. I don't know. Clint Frazier turned out to be a disappointment to me.
Yeah, man. He was doing great with home runs last year.
He was.
And everything like that. And then now it's he's not even getting out of the box, man.
No, he's not.
He swings at the first pitch.
He does. I mean, he strikes out too much. Look how low his batting average is. I mean, him and Aaron Hicks have like amongst the lowest batting averages, and Gardner too. But Gardner seems like he's starting to come around a little bit. But Brett Gardner's a bench guy, and that's all he is. We can't use this guy every single day. Brett Gardner is like an automatic out. He once in a while gets you big hits. He hits clutch hits, but Gardner is what he is. His last 3 years, he's been awful. But they'll take care of the outfield. They'll trade for somebody. We'll make a trade. I think it's going to be a lefty outfielder, a lefty hitter that's an outfielder, and a starter, a big starter. We need like a big starter.
Yeah,
I still think we do.
I think we need that at the end, man, to go into the postseason, man. We need
those two trades. If the Yankees pull that off, I know I'm going out on a limb here. I think the Yankees are a World Series favorite. If they acquire Scherzer and they get Marte, they're World Series favorites. I think.
Yeah. I believe so too, man.
I'm sorry. I think their rotation would be better than the Dodgers and Padres.
Well,
if we get Scherzer,
the Dodgers are struggling right now.
Yeah, the Dodgers are not even. They're not as good as they were last year. I can tell you that much. They're not as good as they were last year. They really went to like a slump. I don't know what happened to them. They were on pace to. Remember we were talking about it like last month. They were on pace to win like 108 games. I don't know what happened to them. You never could predict baseball, I guess.
Nah, man, it's a fact, man. You can't predict what these guys are gonna do, man.
Yeah, and so I don't know if the Dodgers aren't going to be a threat to us this year, and it might be San Diego, the Padres, but I think it's going to be Yankees, Dodgers, or Yankees, Padres. I know that's too early to be talking about that now, but I'm just saying, I think if we acquire Scherzer, the Yankees have the best rotation in baseball if they get Scherzer. I mean, they could still be that. I mean, it's like I still think it's a top 4, top 5 right now.
No,
we might have the best rotation in American League right now.
If we get Scherzer, no, we must win a World Series. If we don't win a World Series, then something's got to happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what's going on with these no hitters, man. It's like they're coming out like crazy this year. They did something to the ball, and I think that's why everyone's getting no hit. But 6 no hitters. This is like. We never saw anything like this before. I don't know, like you seem to think that they trimmed the balls down a little bit, but I think they kind of did something to them because they can't hit it. Everyone's getting no hit. Didn't we get 2 no hitters in like back-to-back days or one night or something?
I believe it was in a week.
Well, yeah, Trumbo pitched on the Tigers. He had a no hitter. What day was that? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? And then right after that, Kluber pitched one, and then Musgrove pitched one. Wade Miley pitched one.
Yeah.
There's been a lot this year, man. 6 of them.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. I can't believe that they even doing it though.
I mean, yeah, I like all no hitters, no matter who gets it. It's an accomplishment. You can't boo no hitters. I mean, you got to feel happy for them. But Kluber, obviously, I think he was the most talented one to get one out of all of them this year. He was the best one because those other guys aren't better than Kluber.
And you know what though, man? That feels good to do because for that guy Kluber, he got hurt. He didn't pitch the whole year. He didn't think he could do it, and then he proved himself by throwing a no hitter. You know what I'm saying?
That to me, so that solidifies that this guy's back. And I was down on him for a while, and I was saying, I don't know, man. Kluber's he's not looking good. Because I was actually down on him. If you remember in the beginning of the season, I was like, cut this guy. I got to take back everything that I said about him. He's definitely an elite pitcher. He's back. He always was great. It's just that I thought this guy was washed up. But now after seeing that, I have to definitely say, I ate my words. This guy was I tell you, this was a steal for the Yankees. I think this was a really good pickup, great pickup, and I think that he really worked out, man. The only one I'm down on is Tyon. I don't know if he's ever going to turn it around. He's terrible.
I still think he's the weakest link, man.
He is. I mean, he's bad. Everyone else looks great. Cole, Kluber, Domingo Germán. The only one that you could say is really Tyon. I mean, I guess in Jordan Montgomery, he's pitching tonight. I'm a little worried about that.
Well, Montgomery, I believe he's still good. I think he's gonna get better too, man. You just got to give him a chance.
Yeah,
he's gonna slowly get there.
This Tyon, you can't fix that. I don't know. People keep saying, "Wait, give him a little more time," but he's got a 5 ERA. Tyon. I just don't think this guy is good. He's coming off of 2 Tommy John surgeries. He's just bad. He's not good. I don't think it was a good trade. I think the Yankees could have done better. I wanted Luis Castillo. That's who they should have traded for, but they didn't want to give a Gleyber Torres. So, but And I just one of those bad trades, cash or nay. What are you supposed to do? But I think it makes you don't really worry about that because you have three great pitchers in your rotation. So
It's true, man. It's true, man. So yeah, I mean, if the Yankees could keep pitching the way they are and keep hitting, I mean, they have to start hitting. I mean,
and they had an excellent what do you call it, road trip. I think they were 7-3. So that's excellent.
yeah,
That's more than you could that's more than you could hope for. I mean, they've had an excellent homestand. They've had an excellent, you know, road trip. So everything is going in their favor right now. I can't really say anything negative about this team. I have to say a lot of positives right now because last week I was kind of negative. But this is looking really good. You could say what you want. All right, they're beating up on a lot of bad teams, but you got to play who's on your schedule. That's it. Whether you play great teams or bad teams.
well,
Now they're playing a great team, so
yeah,
I
but
think they're gonna beat the White Sox.
I think the only bad team they played was the Orioles.
Oh,
You
and the
know,
Detroit Tigers, they were bad.
yeah, and the Detroit Tigers, but every other team, I mean, Tampa Bay, those
Yeah,
series, and right now the Rangers and all that. So yeah, they proved themselves, man.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, the Rangers aren't really a good team, but I guess you could say Tampa Bay, Houston. They haven't played the Red Sox yet. The Blue Jays, they gotta get revenge with because they lost to them the last time. It's really just the White Sox and the Blue Jays are the real teams that stand in their way right now, and the Red Sox. Those are the three. The American League, I just didn't think it was going to be as competitive though this year. The American League East, it's like the Red Sox just keep winning and winning and winning. When are they going to finally lose that team? Even the Tampa Bay and the Blue Jays.
hey, something's got to break with the Red Sox, man. I don't believe that they're gonna play like that all year, neither.
I mean, it's like a horse race. Like it's like four teams are going at each other. It's like this was supposed to be Yankees and just the Blue Jays, not Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays, Red Sox. It's like four teams. This is like we never had something like this. Look at all the other divisions. It's not like that. The Central is weak. The West is weak, and the National League. We thought that was going to be the hardest. The National League. It looks like it's just Dodgers and well, not even the Dodgers right now. The Dodgers are in third place. It's just San Diego Padres and the Giants. I think the American League has got more teams that are like more. I don't know. I kind of see the American League being more prolific right now. It's like there's more teams.
Yeah, I thought the National League was gonna be the super hardest spot to play, but now,
Yeah, because look at the National League East right now. There's nobody like compete. The Braves aren't good. The Phillies aren't good. The Nationals aren't good. The Mets are. That Mets are actually in first place, and I don't know how the Mets are in first place. That's another story for another day. I don't know how the hell they're in first place. They should be. They look at all the injuries they have. They're worse
right,
than us.
right, they are, man, and they're just barely making it.
Yeah, Conforto's injured. McNeil's injured. Everyone's injured on that team. DeGrom. I don't know how they. I thought they had to lose to DeGrom. That was it. But he's supposed to come back. But I don't know. He's out longer than I thought he would be. I thought he was going to come back fast. I didn't know he was going to be out that long. DeGrom.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be back sooner than expected. You know?
They said it was just one start, so I guess it would turn out to be not true. And then you got the National League Central. You got the Cardinals, the Brewers. I don't know. It's just not what I thought it was going to be this year. The Cardinals are really good. The Brewers are like they kind of cooled off. They were playing great. So to me, it's just I don't know. The American League seems it's a little more competitive in the AL East. Look at all the teams in the AL East. There's four teams. I mean, you
Yeah,
don't have that in the National League.
it's true, man. Who the Mets playing today? Or the Mets playing the Marlins, and they've been
So
playing
Yankees
very
play
well
the
too.
White Sox at 7. So they got to. This is a big series, man. We got to keep the winning going, man. I mean, we just came off of a great series win. We got the no hitter, Cuba. They just keep this winning going, and everything should be smooth sailing for the Yankees. I mean, everything's looking up now. I mean, everything was looking very negative for a while. And to all the Yankee haters out there, like taking, basically saying the opposite and saying, this team has a long ways to go. That no hitter meant nothing. It means a lot, and I think the Yankees are in great shape right now because I know there's a few people that didn't make a big deal about that no hitter that Kluber pitched. You can't. First of all, when someone pitches a no hitter on any team, you have to congratulate the person. You
Yeah,
can't be like, it's not a big deal. Because I know people. I talked to one person. He didn't think it was a big deal that he pitched a no hitter. He said, "Oh, it was against a bad team." You pitch a no hitter against any team, it's an accomplishment. So you
absolutely,
can't
man.
say, because I don't know what is wrong with people. There's just people that are miserable out there, and they just don't want to see us successful. But I think the Yankees are in excellent shape right now. I mean, they're playing a lot better. That no hitter, I think that could turn the whole season around for them.
It truly did. Matter of fact, um, tonight when the Yankees play against the White Sox, uh, uh, what's his name? Rodon. He pitched
Yeah,
a no hitter too.
him too. I forgot to mention him. He pitched one.
You know.
There's been a lot this year. Musgrove pitched one. Wade Miley, Kluber, Trumbull, and there's one more guy. There was 6 no hitters, and Bumgarner I think had one too, but it was the 7th inning. These no hitters are crazy though. I have to say, this has never happened though in baseball. Like you get 6 in one season, and in May, it's May already. You might get 15 or 20, then you know there's something wrong. But whatever it is, it's still very hard to do. No hitters are
Yeah.
not easy to come by.
It's really not, man, because I mean
Yeah.
these guys are pretty much throwing it down the middle. You know what I
And
mean?
perfect games are even harder. Do you know Kluber would have had a perfect game if he didn't walk that batter? He walked one hitter and he didn't walk the batter. He would have been a perfect game.
Well, yeah, because this guy he got like he froze there. Hishigawa, he froze
Yeah.
when the ball went past him. Like he froze. He didn't know what to do, and then he like got up and ran to the ball and threw it. And by that time, he already was safe.
Yeah.
You know. But if he would have maybe hustled on that play, he would have got him out.
Yeah. I was going to say, and yeah, this is going to be a great series. I mean, it's like the lineup today I just came out. It looks great. If you look at their lineup, it's better now. This is more of the Yankee lineup that I expected. This is a great lineup.
Yeah, I mean, with Torres back and they got
You got
Judge.
Judge, Torres, LeMahieu, Urshela, and Voit.
Right.
And the only one you're missing is Stanton. That's it. And
Yeah.
obviously Frazier. Frazier will be back, I guess, soon. So that's like the full lineup. I mean, I guess you could live with Gardner for a while until they make that trade. But you got those 7 guys, you're good. Oh, and Sanchez.
But
God, Sanchez.
just saying those names alone, right? I mean, you know how much pressure that puts on the pitcher,
Yeah.
to pitch because he has to throw extra harder now,
Yeah.
and be more careful. And most of the time they make mistakes,
Yep.
So let's see
So
what
Jordan
happens.
Montgomery's taking the bump. I hope he pitches well because the White Sox have a good lineup. And you make one mistake, and they'll hit it into the seats. You got to be careful. They have Abreu. They got they lost Luis Robert and what's his name, that guy Jimenez. So that was a big blow. But they have that kid that what's his name? He's hitting home runs on the White Sox. They have about 3 or 4 guys that are good on the White Sox. Oh, they got Anderson. They have Abreu. They have I'm trying to think of the guy. He's like the best hitter on the team right now. He's in replacement for Luis Robert, and he's hitting home runs like left and right. You have him. I mean, they have about 4 guys. Grandel's not really that good, but this guy that I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of it right now.
What does he play?
Not coming to me.
What is he? A left fielder?
I think he's an infielder.
Johan Makata.
Oh yeah, I forgot Mikata. He's another one too. He's good. Let me see their. Let me see their.
Tim Anderson, Nick Marjo,
This is their lineup.
Andrew Vaughn.
Mikata, Anderson, oh, okay. See, he's good. Okay. All right. Guy's name is Mercedes.
Oh,
That's the guy. He's
yes.
good.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yerman Mercedes.
Yeah, he's good. Watch out for him. He's that guy's dangerous.
Oh, wait a minute. I got Roger.
He's from their farm system. Yeah.
Hold on a second. I got Roger. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, good lineup. I mean, they got about 4 or 5
All
guys.
right. So you made it.
Oh, okay. Holy cow. I was just calling. I got back from my job a little bit earlier, if you got my message. And I just wanted to call in while you were still on the air and say that was a great no-hitter by Corey Kluber. And the Yankees finished the road trip 7 wins and 3 losses and had a very successful road trip with a no-hitter from Corey Kluber. And they are starting a homestand now against the Tigers with Rodon going tonight for the White Sox against Montgomery. And I think the Yankees had a very successful road trip.
Yeah, they sure did, man. Shout out to Henry and Yankee Highlights on the check-in. But they did, man. Yeah. I think they proved themselves as a playoff team. Don't you say?
Yeah, I'm liking. I just was talking to Frank, and I'm definitely very happy right now. I mean, this has been great. The Yankees are playing a lot better. They were on a great road trip. I mean, they finally finished strong, and that no-hitter, I think it's going to change the whole season around there for them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and the
Yeah,
Yankees did very well with two to nothing victories. I mean, their offense is still struggling to a certain extent, but
it's a
all of
shame
the
that their offense.
offenses in the
It's a shame.
majors have been struggling. All of the offenses in the majors have been struggling.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for if the offense wasn't as bad, the Yankees would be in first place right now. Because look how great this
It
pitching
should be.
is.
Yeah, man. True.
Right, exactly. So the Yankees had a good 7-3, 7 wins and 3 losses road trip. The offense is still down a bit, and
Yeah, the bottom of their order is struggling more than anything.
I'm a little concerned about Don Carlos Stanton being on the disabled list again.
He's coming back Tuesday. He's coming back Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the reason I wasn't on, I left my message for BX Bomber. I had to do some upholstery work and pick up a sofa bed. Holy cow, I'm still a little bit out of breath. And bring it out to the shop. But we got back a little bit earlier, so I was hoping to be able to catch you while you were still on the air.
Yeah, and Roger, I was going to tell you, me and Frank were talking about the no-hitters, and we were saying, how cool would it be if the Yankees win the World Series this year? Because all the years that they had perfect games, David Wells, David Cohn, and Dwight Gooden, they won the World Series. So maybe it was meant to be this year.
And this is the first road no-hitter for the Yankees since 1951.
Yes, it is. It's a good thing you're pointing that out. I forgot that part. Yeah, forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. Man. They did it all at
The
home.
other no-hitters were Gooden at Yankee Stadium and Cohen and Wells at Yankee Stadium.
Hey,
Yeah, and they've had 12 no-hitters in total, the Yankees. I didn't even know they had that many no-hitters.
hey,
Yeah, and the first time Austin during the World Series.
Yeah, most of their perfect games that they won, they won all the championships. The only ones they didn't win was Dave Righetti and Jim Abbott. Those two they didn't win. I think there's a few other ones they didn't win, but I remember those
That
two did.
that was July 4th of '83 that Dave Righetti won, and I was
83.
I was 19 years old when that one took place.
And Jim Abbott I think he only had one arm or one hand or something.
yeah, he pitched a perfect. I mean, he pitched a no hitter too. Yeah, Jim Abbott with one arm.
Right,
Yeah,
I believe it was about 92 or so, about 1992 for Jim Abbott.
93 that was. Yeah, 93.
Yeah, I remember Jim.
Yeah, and
Abbott.
the Yankees.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say too. I have the picture of Dwight Gooden when he pitched that no hitter. I have that autograph.
Mhm.
The picture.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. I gotta show this stuff sometime.
Yeah, they won that year, and then '98 they won when Wells pitched the perfect game in Cone. So hopefully history repeats itself.
Yeah.
Right. So the Yankees have a 16 homestand now. Then they play Detroit, and then I'll be up to see the X-Bomber for Memorial Day, and then the two games against the Rays with the X-Bomber. And then on Thursday, that afternoon game, I'll be with my friend Jason for that game in the afternoon.
So they play the White Sox, man.
After the game, after it gets off from work.
Yeah, man. Memorial Day, we're gonna hit some balls over there in Heritage Field over there. Memorial Day.
Yes, I'll bring my mitt.
All righty. So yeah, I was gonna tell you before I let you guys go. So we got to play the White Sox. Hopefully, this is 2 out of 3 for Yankees because it's a tough series.
Yeah,
man.
it has to.
It's they got to win these 2 games. And Cole's pitching Saturday. I hope he has a lot better. Hope he has a way better outing this time around because last game he didn't have it. So I hope he pitches great. I think the matchups are Montgomery versus who's pitching today? Is it Rendon?
Montgomery against Rodon.
Rodon.
Yeah, and Cole's pitching against Chase, and Tyon is pitching against Keuchel. So let's see.
What? I forgot to mention too. Today is the first game. They're gonna have more fans in the stands.
Well, that's good. That's awesome.
They're gonna have the sections with unvaccinated people and vaccinated people.
Yeah, I want it to be 100% capacity. Right? I think it's supposed to be June or July, right? When are we supposed to have it?
July. Yeah, July is supposed to be 100% allegedly. So that'll be good.
All right.
A
lot of stadiums are 100% capacity now. Texas is at 100%. Like all their fans were in there. Texas Rangers.
Well, those are Republican states. You know how they are. They ain't got no.
They had all the people there.
They ain't got no rules over there. They don't live by rules, man.
Well, it's a different world over there. But anyways, like Yankee Stadium should be at 100% by July. So this series is a big series. I hope they take 2 out of 3. Garrett Cole is pitching tomorrow, so that's great. So I hope Montgomery pitches well. I'm just a little worried with him, and I hope they score runs. So yeah, everything's
Yeah,
good in
they
Yankee
need to
world right
score
now.
runs.
Can't say anything negative
Absolutely.
about this team.
Yeah, man, they got to start hitting, man. Everybody got to start hitting, man. We can't
We
have
just got to start
not
hitting.
one
That's
thing or
it.
the other.
That was a great no-hitter from Kluber. That was awesome. I mean, the main thing is this team has to catch the Red Sox now. Like I told you, this division, I thought it was going to be a lot easier. I didn't think it was going to be this hard. That's another problem.
I think the Yankees are gonna stop the Red Sox in their tracks, man.
Yeah, that's the only thing. The Red Sox, this division is a lot better than we thought it would be this year. We didn't think the Red Sox were going to do this, the Blue Jays, the Rays. It's I don't know. I never seen a 4-team race like this. I just hope the Yankees win the division and get in there.
That's right, because we've been getting past every obstacle so far. You know?
Yeah, and the injuries too. They have to they still get injuries kind of. I hope that they don't get any more injuries. They're kind of getting killed with injuries a little bit.
Yeah, and we don't need nobody getting COVID neither. You know what I mean?
No,
that killed us right there, man. Because we could have probably won games if we had Torres. You know, who knows?
Yep.
You know, he probably could have hit a home run so we could win. You know, we never know.
But anyways, I'm going to go out to eat with my friend now, Frank, so I'm going to end it here, man.
All right, man. Thank you for calling, man. And I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right. So Roger, do you think the Yankees could get past this hurdle of the White Sox now?
I'm certainly hoping that the Yankees can take 2 out of 3 from the White Sox here, and obviously the White Sox have both Rodon and Keuchel pitching in the series, and it depends on how the Yankees do with their hitting. They're back at Yankee Stadium, and they have Montgomery and Cole and Tryon going for them. So it's going to be a tough series. The Yankees are at 25 wins and 19 losses. The White Sox are at 26 wins and 16 losses. So both are pretty decent teams. And the only thing that scares me a bit is the fact that the Yankees are still having trouble scoring runs to a certain extent. Otherwise, they have a good record, but they are having difficulties scoring runs still. But runs are down throughout the major leagues. And I'm hoping that the Yankees can take 2 out of 3 from the White Sox.
Yeah, man, the Yankees are the master at the double play. You know?
I know. They've hit into so many. I think they've hit into 48 double plays or something.
And these guys have to stop swinging at the first pitch. You know, it kills me.
I know.
You know, I mean, even though it's the one that you wanted, let it go by, man, because, you know, if you're pitching against a great pitcher, like Carlos Rondon, right? He's only going to throw you one good pitch, you know?
Right.
And that one good pitch might be the first one. You know what I mean? So you're better off letting it go and sit on a different pitch. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sit on the curveball. Sit on that changeup, man. You know what I mean? Because these guys have to go back to guessing those pitches, man, that used to be done. Roger, do you follow Alex Rodriguez on YouTube?
I don't really. I know a lot about what he's doing. He's getting into major business, and he's doing investing and all kinds of major things.
Well, he has YouTube videos that he does, and he had a great two vlogs with Big Papi, David Ortiz, talking about baseball, right?
Oh.
And David Ortiz breaks it down on how he goes up to the plate and everything, you know? And what he said was the way he attacks the pitcher is he sees how how the pitcher is throwing at the batter before him, because the batter before him is always a great hitter. So he sees how they attack him, and then that's how he makes his approach on attacking that pitcher. So he's sitting on the curveball or whatever that pitch is that he wants. He's sitting on it. He's gonna wait for it, and that's the ball that's gonna snap at. You know, and 9 out of 10 times he hits it out for a home run. This guy, you know.
Oh yeah, I know. Big Papi was great.
You know, and you know what? And he was saying that, you know how he slaps his hands together before he grabs the bat. He said he didn't even know that was a thing. And he didn't even know that he was actually doing that because he was so focused and so locked in, you know? So
it was just part of his routine.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Grunt Talks GT Sports, man. You guys rock, and they do great
Oh,
work.
yeah. Thank you to all you guys who support the X Bomber. It's very nice that we have our little group of people that support us.
Yeah, man. We get by, man. You know, we just talk the facts and real baseball. We're not talking.
Right,
We talk realistic here, and we speak from our own minds, not something that's
right.
read from somewhere else, and we're just giving you that. You know, we speak our own minds, so everything is unscripted, and we don't know what the hell we're talking about sometimes, but we do. We actually do know
Right.
what we're talking about. So it's a great show. But the Yankees, if they keep this going and they pass this hurdle with the White Sox, and we get into Fenway, you know what I mean? And Fenway is always a problem. The Red Sox is always a problem. We could pass them. There should be no excuse for us not to go to the World Series, man. You know,
Yeah.
I don't
As
see
I said,
anything.
I don't do predictions, but I just root for the team and and hope they do as well as possible. And right now, they had a successful road trip at 7 wins and 3 losses, and did a good job. And they're coming home for a 6-game homestand now. And then they go to Detroit for 3 games, and then they will be back for us. And we will be there against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, man. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be great, man. The COVID people didn't show up this week, man.
Oh, well, you don't have to. You don't have to have that test anymore. The Yankees are not requiring it anymore.
Oh, really? So how do you get in now?
Well, you can go right in now. They're not requiring as of the 21st. Now they are no longer requiring a negative COVID test.
So then I would be part of the unvaccinated people then?
As of right now, until the 24th, you and I will be considered fully vaccinated by May 24th, because that will be 2 weeks after we got our second shot.
Yeah, man. And we was talking about this earlier that I feel sorry for the people who are buying Yankee tickets, man, because they're paying double the price of the seat. You know?
Yeah, I know that when I was planning on getting 2 tickets, because I was getting tickets for you. And but when the option was there, to buy tickets, the option said 2. It did not give you the option to buy just 1 ticket.
Wow. I mean, you allowed to buy one pinstripe pass if you wanted to, because it's standing
Right.
room only. But even though the pinstripe pass is $30, man, and it's supposed to be $15. You know,
Holy cow! Why did they double it?
because it's preferred pricing. But every game of the White Sox is preferred pricing.
Oh yeah, I see.
You know?
That's the deal. Then you're going to have to get some non-premium games. That's all.
It's crazy, man. I don't know what.
You're going to have to get like a non-premium game against like the Orioles or something.
Yeah, because I rather go during the week. During the week is better for me because batting practice and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I don't want to go to another Sunday game or Saturday game because they don't really do batting practice like that on those days. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
True.
give or take on Saturday or Sunday. They never do batting practice Sunday, and Saturday it's optional. So they might not or they might, and 9 out of 10 times they don't, you know.
Right. It's the evening games where you can get the batting practice usually.
Right, Monday through Friday are the games where they do batting practice. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you'll have it on both Tuesday and you'll have it on both June 1st and June 2nd with me. And June 2nd, like I said, is Lou Gehrig Day. And so I'm sure they'll have some ceremonies, and that'll be a nice vlog. And we'll be sitting right down in 129 on the third base side, just a couple of sections from where we sat in 2019. And this time, you're all set. You have the guaranteed seat.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. How they getting over on people, man. I mean, all the seats are double overcharged. All the seats are double charged, Roger. Not just the pinstripe pad. All the seats you're paying extra
Right.
because
Oh yeah. Well,
a tier reserve
games have always been expensive.
seat it should be $21,
Right.
and you're paying $35 for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's how they're doing it, and it depends on the games. You just have to pick out like a non-premium game, like something like against Detroit or Baltimore or something like that to get the lower prices. And if you buy them further ahead of time, the sooner ahead of time that you get them, the better price you will get on them. When you're getting closer to the game, the price goes up.
Woo! Look at this pinstripe pass for tonight, $40.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Are you
Wow.
kidding me? You can suck it, Yankees. Suck it. Are you kidding me? Suck it. Like right
Well, you
now.
might as well just get a seat then.
Let's see how much a seat costs. I'm gonna see right now. Bastards. A seat. Yeah. Let's see how much a seat costs. Scumbags.
Upper deck tariff.
Sir. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. How is it cheaper than the pinstripe pads? It's $30 to go up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got you seats for cheaper prices than these pinstripe passes. I don't know what's going on there. We're gonna have to look into that a little bit more.
$30 for. Oh, remember? Well, I gotta put out this vlog. The vlog is coming out tomorrow. And,
Okay.
For the section that I was sitting in, it's $30.
Right.
Fully
right.
vaccinated seating, no social distancing. Well, okay, that's
Yeah.
$30. Let's see how much is not vaccinated. Hold on. Standard ticket $30. Wow, man, yo, how we getting robbed over here, man? How am I getting robbed?
I don't understand it. I mean, you pay for a seat and you got a seat. I don't understand how they can charge larger price for a standing one.
$75. Let me see. These are $65. The third level, the third lower level, the third the 300 section, they usually like $55. That's $65 now.
Right. This is a premium game. They're playing a first place team.
Wow. So only one section, Roger, is $30. That's the section 407. Everything else is and 433, and then it's $35. Oh man, no,
Well,
it's
407 is it's what you like actually. Well, you like 405.
Yeah, but you can't sit there yet.
Oh.
So you can only sit in 407, which the only two are $30. 407 and 433. Now, this one section over 407B and 432B, one section over is $35. Right?
Wow.
Now, if you want to sit in the 420s, right? Or the 416 or something like that, that's $45.
Wow. Yeah,
And
they're
section
doing
420 is $45.
Yeah, they're doing the scale on the prices. They're scaling the games. They're doing premium games, and then games that are not premium games will be lower price. And also, the sooner you get them, the sooner ahead of time that you get them, the cheaper they'll be. As it gets closer to the game, they will cost more.
Yeah, but still though, you're paying $45 for upper deck seat. That's 2 tickets you're paying for.
Right.
Because normally they're like $21.
Yeah,
so
I know.
If you buy 2 tickets, you're technically paying for 4 tickets. They're doubling
Right.
their money. The Yankees are getting
Right.
over. I'm telling you, man, this is a scam here.
Right. Well, your ticket that you're sitting in section 129 is a $130 seat that I'm treating you to.
And you know what? I was talking to a buddy. He's from Milwaukee, and he takes his kids to Milwaukee. He has a YouTube channel, and he was telling me some the premium games like here, Upper Deck,
Mhm.
$16 on the
Yeah, I know.
okay, and the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday games, $6. $6.
Right.
I would be there every day.
I know. I know. I know. It's incredible. Well, I mean, the Yankees, they consider themselves this premium organization, and they charge premium prices.
Wow, so you know the people who got season tickets, they're probably paying double the price.
Yes, well, a lot of those seats, that are in the Legends area, the Legends seats, those are bought by corporations. And the corporations buy them and use them for business deals, and they give them out to different people in the corporation, and they have business meetings, and they'll buy them, and then it's nothing but a tax write-off for them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
So that's how it is. That's the wealthy people that eat the caviar sitting in the legend seats.
Let me see how much the premium. Let me see how much premium tickets are.
Doing things on their phones and going down and eating caviar.
Aye, $375. Actually, not bad. It's actually cheaper.
Yeah, I know. I remember in 2009 they were trying to charge $2,600 for a seat in the Legend.
Yeah, and then it went down to like $1,000, and it went to $500, and now it's at $375.
Right. Well, it looked crazy too when you see it on TV. You'll see a full stadium at Yankee Stadium, except for the Legend seats. They're all empty, and even if there are people that have seats in that area, they're not in those seats. They're down in the clubs under the stadium. In the clubs eating food.
Right. The most expensive here is okay. Now we're getting more expensive here. Now $700, $680. The section 27, row 6.
Wow. Well, there are a lot of wealthy people in New York City, and like I said, a lot of the corporations buy those seats, and it's nothing but a tax write-off for them.
Well, $800 for section 24, row 2.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But we will be living.
Hold on, $1,400 for the first row.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
I mean, that's like and that's not even behind the dugout.
Wow.
It's like
Incredible.
it's like at the end of the dugout.
That is incredible. But we'll be above our pay grade on June 2nd.
Even if I was rich, I wouldn't pay for that. I still buy the tier reserve, even if I was rich.
You know what you need to do? You have to take advantage of being in 129 with me, and you have to use the app and get some food brought to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
And that kind of thing there. So otherwise, I'm glad I was able to check in on today's show.
Yeah.
I was able to get back a little bit earlier, and I wanted to check in and everything. But I'm still a little bit out of breath. That was one heck of a heavy sofa bed, and we had to bring it down some stairs. So I'm a little bit tired now, but I'll check in with you during the game tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna start ending it here, and I want to thank everybody for watching and listening, and yeah, hopefully the Yankees win, man, and we'll see everybody back on Tuesday. So
Yes, that's good.
So yeah, so we'll end it here, and I'm gonna go eat something now. So so long, everybody, and see ya.
So long.